For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check out g2a.com, and if you need any Ultimate Team coins, then head over to FIFA. The code CHES will get you a discount on both sites, and all links are down below. Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again, and welcome to episode number 13 of the Career Mode Road to Glory here on FIFA 15. We start again, as we did yesterday, with a home game against a side that we really should be beating in Dagenham and Redbridge. Now, if you missed yesterday's episode, of course, as always, there will be a link to it in the bottom left-hand side of your screen, so feel free to check that out if you so wish. I won't spoil the results from the games yesterday. We did have a particularly tough game in the Johnson's Paint Trophy, though, against quite easily the toughest opponents of the year so far, but I won't spoil any results, like I say. So coming up against Dagenham and Redbridge today in the opening game, trying to focus our efforts on League 2 in today's episode, and they're actually playing a 4-5-1. It's a formation we haven't come up against so far this year. We've had 5 of the back teams, and we've had 5 in midfield in kind of a 4-2-3-1 formation to come up against before, but never that flat midfield 5, so I wasn't really sure how this one was going to go. I didn't know whether we were going to get overrun in the midfield or whether it would be easier to cope with them offensively because of only having the one man through the middle. But actually, they threw some midfield players forward. They used this formation to their advantage and had the better of the first half, as you can see, opening a couple of chances going their way, and it was only a smart save by Chris Dunn there at his far post that kept them out, and they still kept coming at me. You can see plenty of red shirts flowing forward, so they definitely kind of left one or two back from the midfield 5 and pushed the other 3 forward. And in fact, Michael Nelson makes a good block there, but the ball drops free. He can't recover in time, and they actually take the lead here away from home at the Abbey Stadium. 5 minutes before half time, it's Dagenham and Redbridge 1, Cambridge United 0. So we had to get things back in order for the second half, and actually they kind of fumbled with the ball in the box there, and that is one of the clumsiest challenges I have ever seen on a career mode series from any offensive or any opposition player rather. It was not the best timed of challenges and not the best of techniques either. He's already wiped Harrison Dunk out before the ball has even reached him, let alone as he's about to strike the ball on target. So we do pick up a penalty a couple of minutes before the hour mark. Kwesi Appiah is going to take it. He went top left yesterday and again goes top left, even more so into the top corner, and an expertly placed penalty into the top left hand side. And we find ourselves back on level terms just before the hour mark. We're only just after the hour mark here, where Agogo's going to play through Howell, and we find ourselves behind once again. We'd been definitely on top for the majority of the second half to that particular point, but as soon as we scored to make it 1-1, they went and got themselves back in front again, which I wasn't too keen on, so I stepped it up again, switched from attacking to ultra attacking, and tried to throw a few more bodies forward to get ourselves back on level terms for a second time. Unfortunately, the central midfielder Tom Champion there wasn't quite able to get the angle towards the far post there to get us back on level terms on that particular occasion, but Jack Grealish has a decent shot here that hits the post, and we're so lucky that it falls straight back to Kwesi Appiah, and he won't have an easier finish than that all season long. Onside, as you can see from the replay, when the ball was struck, and just a couple of yards out to just tidily slot the ball into the back of the net to give us a point at home against Dagenham. I was hoping for a win from that one, but after the way they played, I'm pleased to have come away with a point from that one. They definitely executed their game plan absolutely perfectly with that 5-man midfield. So we travel away from home in the second game to Plymouth Argyle, rather stereotypically down on the south coast. It's foggy and raining and it's terrible weather, and that does tend to be the scenario down on the south coast for places like Portsmouth and Plymouth, etc. Their grounds always seem to be clouded in fog and rain, but they're playing 5 at the back again, which is annoying, but nonetheless we'll try our best to break them down again. We do seem to be better at playing teams that have 5 defenders on the pitch rather than players that have 5 midfielders on the pitch. They find it easier to kind of control possession around about the 40-50 yard mark, and they just try and pick them apart rather than being overrun in the midfield. So we're going with our 4-4-2 again, although Jack Grealish starts this time rather than having Isago Diallo in there, and actually Luke Chadwick starts out wide in the place of Ryan Donaldson as well. So a couple of changes, hoping it wasn't going to affect the flow of the team though, although they were going to have the opening opportunity here with Ruben Reid free at the back post, and he'll definitely rue that mischance because they should have put that into the back of the net. And again, Plymouth on top in the opening few minutes. Matt Blizzard going to have the chance to set up Ruben Reid again here, who in turn sets up Harvey, smashes it over the top of the bar though, and they were on top in the first 10 minutes, but I thought to myself, no, I got dominated by Dagenham in the opening few minutes. It's not going to happen again. I'm going to step things up and get myself involved in this game a lot quicker before I find myself falling behind. So we had the first chance there that was quite tame actually and well saved by the goalkeeper. But Luke Garbutt scored a cracker yesterday if you remember. And here he's going to score a 30-yard free kick as well. He is on form right now, absolutely in fire, the young left back. Scored a beautiful first time hit yesterday, and today a gorgeous free kick as well in a central position, very central in fact, and actually whips it away from the goalkeeper into the bottom corner, and that is an extremely good free kick from a young man that is going from strength to strength on loan here at Cambridge. And if we do go up, or regardless of what happens next year, I may even try to bring him in permanently and or on loan again if I possibly can. But Jack Grealish comes ever so close to giving us a 2-0 lead just before half time there, flashing the shot across goal, and it's only a whisker wide, and we're still on top in the second half. Tom Elliott sends one defender there with a slide tackle, beats the second with a step over, and the goalkeeper as well to celebrate in front of the small travelling away fans, or small group of travelling away fans. It's Cambridge 2, Plymouth 0, and they made a change, and I was going to make two changes I think. Again, replacing both central midfield players. Riku Ring coming on now, back from his domestic ban from yesterday's episode, and Isago Diallo coming on as well, just so I can dominate those central midfield places to ensure that we're able to keep hold of our lead. But they kind of went around the outside there, had a decent shot, well saved by Dunn, and it drops on top of the bar and could potentially have opened up an opportunity for them to get one back. However, Alessandro was offside, and actually quite a way offside when the ball was played into him. So we get a let off there, and we're on the attack at the other end as we come towards the end of the game. Kwesi Appiah again utilising his pace, stands the ball up really well. Diallo fresh on the pitch, draws a good save out the goalkeeper, and actually from that range probably should have had that in the back of the net, but it wasn't to matter because we are going to get a 2-0 win all told from the away game down on the south coast. Pleased with that. 3 points to go hand in hand with the 1 point we got in the previous game, and hoping again as we head into the third one that we can get maximum points again from this one, again away from home, although again in the rain unfortunately, but less fog, so maybe it was going to be a little bit easier, but I wasn't necessarily overly confident of playing in the wet conditions with a bronze rated side. But still, we'll try our best. Cheltenham are a decent side. They kind of, well, again, playing five at the back, unfortunately, but they're the sort of side that kind of blow hot and cold. They'll either go on an amazing run of form and score loads of goals and fly up the table, or they're just the most inconsistent side of all time. Kind of like Rochdale were for years and years and years, threatening to get promoted, but never really getting around to doing it. Although, of course, Rochdale, after like 40 years, did eventually get themselves promoted, only to subsequently get relegated again the very next year and then stay in League Two again. But still, apologies to Rochdale fans if there are any of you out there. You tried your best in League One. After 40 years of waiting, it just wasn't quite good enough. But we want to try our best in League One after getting ourselves promoted out of League Two this year, if we possibly can. We were on the back foot in the opening couple of minutes, as you saw there, Cheltenham having the first chance, but again, literally just 2 minutes after that, Lanzoni whips the ball in. Tom Elliott with a great header, just can't quite accurately get it on target, but he's been extremely good for us this year in the air, and so is Kwesi Appiah, both with the ball in the air and on the ground. Our two strikers are in red hot form and scoring a lot of goals, but they're on the attack here again. Harrison drawing a good save out of Chris Dunn, but it's a smart save by the goalkeeper, batting it away and getting it to safety, making sure that it went towards a friendly player as opposed to an opposition player. But Kwesi into Diallo here, into Tom Champion, good turn, and this shot unfortunately again isn't quite accurate enough. So we're feeling our way into this game. Tom Elliott with the opening header, Tom Champion with that second effort. It seems to be all about the Toms today, doesn't it? Harrison dunked down the left hand side, going to whip in a really good cross. Kwesi Appiah gets the run on the goalkeeper, on the defender rather, and we say we're doing well with the balls in the air and on the floor. That one was a spectacular ball through the air, and the run from Kwesi Appiah on the defender and the header on the end of it was particularly good. A goal of class that you'd say was above a League Two standard. A really, really good ball in and finish. Delighted to be 1-0 up as we head towards half time. We're going to get one more chance before the half was over. Ball's going to drop on the edge of the box to Diallo here. Good shot off the post, unfortunately, and then hooked away by the defender to make sure we don't extend our lead in the first half. However, I was planning on extending my lead, if possible, in the second half. Around about the 65th minute here, Kwesi Appiah just dances around their defence. Nothing they can do with his speed of feet and speed of legs as well, because he's absolutely rapid, Kwesi Appiah. and since coming back from injury, he has been the man for us, scoring plenty of goals. Tom Elliott stepped up to the plate when he was injured, and now he's back. They're both still scoring goals left, right and centre. He's got the chance for another one here, but really not the best of chances, or not the best of finishes. It was a glorious opportunity, glorious chance, but he just kind of snatched at it, dragged it wide, but we do get a 2-0 victory again. So 2-2 draw, a 2-0 win and a 2-0 win. So 2 seems to be the number of the episode. Kwesi Appiah getting a brace, and that moves us up into second in the league. We're now above Bury and find ourselves 3 points inside the automatic promotion spots and 7 points inside that playoff cut-off line there in 7th and 8th between Plymouth and Morecambe. So delighted with how things are going so far. Still 4 points behind Shrewsbury. They continue to win games just as much as we do, although our goal difference is vastly superior. 17 in the plus column as opposed to 9 for them. We've only conceded 15 goals so far this year, which is the least of any side in the league, and we've scored 32, which is one more than Shrewsbury above us and more than anyone else in the league as well. So having an extremely successful season. Hopefully that continues, but that is going to bring today's episode to a close. So thank you very much for watching. Feel free to leave the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. There will be a link to do so in the description down below, alongside links to my social media in the forms of Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. Twitter is the best place to get hold of me if you want to have a chat, etc. And of course there will be links down below to g2a.com and uFIFA if you want some coins or some Xbox Live codes, etc. as well. But for now, that's all from me. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed, whether it be this series, the My Player series, or the midweek career mode as well. All 3 series going from strength to strength right now, and we'll be having more of the 1 PM career mode series tomorrow. We're having a new series starting at the minute, so if you haven't seen the opening couple of episodes of that, definitely check the channel page and you'll find them there. But that is all for now, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.